The biggest question I had in Godzilla x Kong is why did Godzilla and Scylla fight? Well, in today's video, we got Godzilla explaining to us everything we need to know about that fight.
Godzilla Kong, the new empire has officially concluded the rivalry between two titans who were duking it out for the title of King of the Monsters.
Duking it out?
That's
No way
right,
Scylla thinks she's the King of the Monsters.
Discuss why Godzilla decided to kick Scylla out of the roster of titans, but also discuss this execution in more detail. Godzilla here was invited on set to demonstrate.
Hello? Hey,
What?
down here. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt.
Wait,
His job at Goji Center to
what
be
is
some
going
science
on?
Dummy, but didn't realize that they were going to have freaking Godzilla blast me with atomic breath. So they said I should tell you about today's sponsor.
Oh my, that's actually a good sponsor, but I'm gonna skip it. Oh, and Godzilla eventually killed him.
You can still click the link, man.
Yeah, make sure to check out the original video and I guess go to Goji Center if you want.
2019 in Godzilla King of the Monsters, right after Ghidorah temporarily took the title of Alpha and woke up a good number of titans around the world to wreak havoc, death, and destruction. And of course, someone like Scylla was going to wake up. Why? Okay. Where to begin?
Scylla wants
Research
carnage,
conducted by
man.
Monarch studying this titan classified this one as a destroyer. Its malevolent nature was the prime reason many people lost their lives in populated areas like Sedona where it woke up, making its way to Phoenix and destroying numerous buildings in its path. But that's just her way of being. What about her anatomy made her even more destructive?
Scylla just wants
Pay close
destruction,
attention
man.
here, because this may lay bare additional reasons why the G-Man hates her so much. Let's bring Scylla over to the analysis platform. Note that this is her form during the events of 2019.
Yeah, and then she
6
gets
legs
evolved
tipped with
and has
sharp
like
claws covering a
red
very,
scales.
very large area give her a range advantage over most other kaijus, keeping foes away from her more vulnerable body. If you do make it past the long claw-tipped legs, then you'll have to deal with the bulbous shelled body with tentacles. These may look fragile and weak, but they are very strong.
And she
Strong
can
enough,
spit
in
out
fact, to
webs
hold
and stuff, like she
Godzilla's
became
head in
Spider-Man.
place. A more dark and scary use for these is picking up objects from the ground and putting those prey items into the mouth for consumption.
My.
Her
Why is she
armored
eating
body allows her
humans,
to
man?
withstand the heavy pressure waves of blast weaponry, impacts from other kaijus, and survive getting thrown around. Although this monster takes up a big area, this does not mean it is heavy compared to other titans, listed at only 20,000 tons.
That's
this
light.
makes her even lighter than Rodan.
That's very light.
Size-wise,
That's
we're
why
talking
Godzilla
about
could throw her around like it was
341
nothing.
feet in this particular posture. However, because of her leg anatomy, she could easily rear up and raise her body to heights that surpass Godzilla.
Oh.
As seen in Godzilla Kong, Scylla was able to position herself to have a good but brief height advantage against the
Yeah,
G-Man.
but not for long.
But
Doesn't
what about
matter.
her does Godzilla hate the most? Well, it's her insatiable appetite for one thing: radiation. To Scylla, it is so addicting that she will go out of her way to confront Godzilla himself in pursuit
Why
of
would
this
you
tasty
ever
energy
do that?
source. For
Imagine
context,
fighting
let's go
King
back
of the
to this
Monsters
scene in
just for
KOTM
food.
after Godzilla had just killed Ghidorah. 5 titans appeared in Boston immediately after, surrounding Godzilla, ready to take him on, as per Ghidorah's command. After Godzilla didn't back down from the Angry Birds challenge, Rodan, along with the other 4, bowed to Godzilla, acknowledging him as the King of the Monsters. But just because you bow doesn't necessarily mean you fully accept this new ruler. Scylla here, and probably even
Scylla is...
Kabuto here, were
By the way, is it
reluctantly
Scylla
bowing
or
down
Scylla?
to
Let me know in the
Godzilla.
comments.
These two are considered destroyers by nature, and will naturally follow another destroyer, Alpha Kaiju. Literally, as soon as all of these titans take off, Scylla would make a few stops before stirring up trouble again. After many years of
wait
hibernation
anytime
and
and started
several
fighting
days of
again.
messing things up around the planet, Scylla was now hungry. So much to the point of madness. In Savannah, Georgia, Titan Scylla made landfall on the coast, attracted to an inactive warhead laying off the shore. While the Coast Guard was trying to shoo her away, Godzilla pulled up to see what was happening, and quickly grasped a good understanding of what was going on. Scylla
Look at that
was
Godzilla.
hungry,
Make sure to
too
hit that
hungry,
subscribe button,
and
guys.
was going after this nuclear warhead that, if messed with, could explode and harm all the surrounding areas, killing both marine animals and humans alike. And Scylla wouldn't give a damn. But Godzilla did. About the ecology, that is. not so much humans. After lighting up and reminding her who is the boss, she didn't care. She was not about to simply walk away from the tasty
Nah,
She
okay.
was going to fight.
Why didn't Godzilla kill her then?
Tentacles and long claws to good use, piercing the G-Man's hide, making him bleed. Enraged, Godzilla tosses Scylla and once again forces her to submit. Again, she didn't want to, but she had to, or else she'd die here. Note that Godzilla didn't even use his atomic breath in this encounter. We'd like to think that here Godzilla sort of hatred for Scylla at this point. It was now 2 times where Scylla squared off against him.
Nah,
one where
Scylla,
she
bro.
actually threw hands.
She
This
really
would
thought she
not
could
be the
stand a
last
chance
time
against Godzilla?
would fight Scylla.
That's crazy.
At the end of the book, we see Godzilla blasting an alpha signal across the globe, commanding all Titans to chill or go dormant. Most of the Titans obeyed, but
Scylla
some
didn't, yeah.
We'll see who in a little bit. An Alpha Titan in the Monsterverse would soon learn that keeping the world of Titans in order is no easy task.
Yeah, but
There
these
will
Titans
always
don't
be
listen,
others who
man.
see
Come
you
on.
as a big target with everything to lose. After the events of Godzilla vs. Kong and the destruction of Mechagodzilla, Godzilla would again continue patrolling the world, putting out
Godzilla is
fires
like the
here
police,
and
bro.
there.
He's going
For
around
3
being like, yo,
years, Godzilla was
who's
able
out
to
here
keep
breaking the
peace
nature?
Until some dude named Raymond Martin and his multi-billion-dollar company started messing with forces he shouldn't have. We're talking about the creation and development of the Titan Hunter, discussed in depth in a previous episode. To recap, in order to test this mech, the developers of this new weapon had to lay decoy energy reactors to attract the attention of Godzilla, like a distraction. The problem was that Scylla once again woke up and started looking for radiation.
Also, it's the guy's fault that Scylla woke
both
up.
Titans were attracted to the same energy source, the Kudankulam power plant in South India. But we need to make mention here of who got here first.
Scylla.
Yep, if there is one thing we learned in Godzilla Dominion is that Scylla is actually a very fast swimmer.
What?
Using
I had
jet
no
propulsion as
idea.
a way of very quickly traveling underwater.
Bro,
not even
where's the
Godzilla
jetpack?
can catch up to this one.
Okay, no,
While
I
it
think
is true
Godzilla's the
that
fastest
Godzilla
swimmer.
would have
What?
probably detected this energy source first, Scylla would probably get there faster if both Titans were traveling on the Earth's surface. Scylla attacks this plant, causing a nuclear meltdown. But the way she harvests this radiation is both bad and good for the environment. Let us explain. Scylla is known to be a scavenger of Titans, arriving after a Titan event, scavenging for radioactive remains to consume. But
Bro,
since there was a lack of
what is
dead
this
Titans
greedy
around,
Titan,
Scylla
man?
now has to resort to nuclear facilities such as this one. After breaking in, Scylla has the ability to expel a pollutant gas that absorbs the radiation and prevents it from spreading.
This
This
guy's
gas
eating
then
radiation
gets
like it's
siphoned up
nothing,
by
bro.
Scylla.
Come on.
This
Like
is
in
how
Godzilla, I always
she
saw him
eats.
sucking
After
the
Scylla was
radiation.
done, we see that Godzilla pulled up. Too late. 2 days later, Scylla arrived for another source in the UK,
What?
a uranium pellet manufacturing
Oh my
plant
god,
in
Scylla's
Preston.
going everywhere
6
eating.
hours later, Godzilla again
6
shows up
hours? How
after she had
fast is
already
Scylla?
left. Then again, down in Italy, Scylla attacks a hidden U.S. nuclear arsenal, absorbing the radiation of 30
In Italy, and I think this is the last time they
Godzilla
actually-
heads straight to the Mediterranean
Yeah.
Sea. Godzilla now knows what's going on here and waits for her to make one more final move. Yeah, the giant crab cephalopod kaiju was only stockpiling nuclear radiation to make a run for the title of Alpha.
Bro, really?
Here was for a nuclear
She
enhanced
consumed
Scylla
all
to
that
go
radiation
toe-to-toe
just to
with
die
the
in like
top
10
G.
seconds in the
Would
fight.
this work? Let's find out. Moving ahead to the events of GXK The New Empire, year 2027, it's been almost 3 years since
Whoa.
their last encounter, and now Godzilla is ready to square up once again to finish this
Yeah,
once and
Scylla
for
made a
all.
big mistake.
All those
No
assaults
way
on
she
humanity's
thought that
nuclear
could actually
stockpile
help
have
her.
led to this moment. Her ability to outpace Godzilla to rapidly consume radiation made her believe that this time she didn't have to run away and feel prepared to face the big G. Here, though, we see a bit of difference in her coloration. What happened? Scylla takes on this red-orange coloration
Because of all the
similar to that of
radiation,
crab.
right? She like
We'd to
evolved.
think that the
Same with
vast
Godzilla.
consumption of radiation, along with the amount of time spent underwater, led Scylla to
Yeah.
evolve into a different colored kaiju, perhaps even shedding her exoskeleton to a more
She became
upgraded
way
version
bigger though, like,
optimized
look
for
at her.
underwater life.
Oh my.
This didn't matter as we see Godzilla charge towards Scylla. Godzilla's past experience with this Titan made him adopt a new strategy against Scylla's
New strategy, just absolutely destroy her with my atomic beam, bro. What do you mean?
No time trying to parry these legs and runs straight past them, inflicting a heavy blow on Scylla's main body, stunning her and giving the G-Man the opportunity to grab her limbs and throw her considerably lighter body like a rag doll. Now it was time to finish this. Throwing Scylla on the floor made it difficult for her to stand up given that her body was upside down.
Oh
Godzilla
my bro, the way
jumps and
Godzilla
stands
thinks
right
he's in
above her body,
WWE.
bringing her legs down with his immense strength. And despite getting his face smothered by Scylla's tentacles,
Doesn't
Godzilla's
matter.
jaw muscles managed to open wide and blast Scylla with the kiss of death. The
We got Kiss of Death Part 2. I didn't even think this was the Kiss of Death, but actually now he says it.
In pressure. Here is where she died. With no other exit to release this pressure, the entire shell of Titanis Scylla bursts open, spreading her blood and cooked organs.
That fight was
all
genuinely
over
like 10
the
seconds.
surrounding
All that
terrain.
radiation did nothing for
Godzilla
Scylla.
had enough of this Titan and had to kill her now before she became even stronger and a more
Even
menacing
stronger, man.
threat.
Let's be honest,
But
nah,
Godzilla was just getting started. Up next on Goji Center, the G-Man continues his warpath, this time setting his sights on Titanus Tiamat. Don't forget to subscribe. And
Now, why
we'll
did
see you in
Tiamat
the
and Godzilla fight? I guess we're gonna have to find out in the next video. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope that answered the question why Scylla and Godzilla fought. But with that being said, I hope you guys like it. Peace.